He still comes home, still shows up, still does everything right, just not toward you. Nothing broke, no big fight, no moment you can point to and say, that's when it changed. Just quietly through distance. If that just landed, stay with me because today we're naming exactly how this happened. I'm Dr. Dose, and this is School of Wife, where we treat marriage like the high stakes, high reward, learnable skill that it actually is. So you noticed, but there was nothing to confront. Nothing was clearly wrong. So you kept going, handling what needed handling, keeping everything moving. Being the one who plans, the one who makes sure that nothing drops. And it felt like responsible because in every other area of your life, it is. No one names the spot. You were doing what you've always done. And that's exactly when the shift began. You kept moving forward, building, solving, carrying. And somewhere in there, without a single wrong decision, the distance just grew. And it's not because you failed, it's because you applied the right skills to a system that runs on different laws. Competence does not create connection. Competence builds outcomes. It solves problems. It keeps everything working. But connection doesn't respond to that. It follows a completely different set of rules. You kept moving, you kept growing, building, and advancing. And without realizing it, you stopped moving with him. Not a decision, not a conversation, just two people no longer moving in the same direction. You started handling things before they became problems, before anyone had to step in, because anything could go wrong. It made life smoother, more efficient, but it also quietly removed something: the need for anyone else to show up. And when there's nothing left to step into, people stop stepping. He stopped suggesting things. You noticed, but you said nothing. He noticed, you noticed, still nothing. It wasn't conflict, it was absence. And without space to move toward, nobody moves. You are a fixer. That's not personality though, that's training. So when something comes to you, a frustration, a problem, something unresolved, you don't just hear it, you process it, you organize it, and you move it forward. It's not because you're wanting to take over, because that's how you've learned to respond. But in that moment, something shifts from being with you to being handled. Efficiency is the enemy of intimacy, and competence cannot fix that. You don't fall apart, you absorb pressure, you process privately, and you keep moving. That strength is real. But connection is built in the moments when you are seen, in need, in process, in uncertainty. And when those moments never appear, the relationship loses access to something it cannot replace. The woman who is strongest everywhere else can quietly become the most alone in her own home. And it's not because she stopped caring, not because he stopped caring. It was just because the structure never let him in. And that's the trap. None of this feels wrong. It feels efficient and correct. Because everywhere else, it's been working. It works. But here, that same input produces a different outcome. At work, it's progress. At home, it produces distance. Not failure, though. This is a misapplication. In School of Wife, we call this a position. Where you are determines what actually comes next. And if nothing changes, this is what happens. It's not a crisis. It doesn't get to a breaking point. It just becomes a quiet plateau. Two people functioning well, but no longer reaching for each other. side by side, going nowhere together. Until one day, one of you names it. You're not guessing your way through this, though. I want you to take the relationship position assessment. I want you to find your pattern and get the right prescription. Go to schoolofwife.com to get that. You see, the trap wasn't built by failure. It was built by accuracy, applied in the wrong place. And systems, however, they respond to precision. That's what this is. I'm Dr. Dos, and this is School of Wife, where we treat marriage like the high stakes, high reward, learnable skill that it actually is. And remember, learning is a waste unless you put it to use or you share it with someone that needs it. I'll see you next time.